Well, good morning. It's Wednesday, November 13th, 2024, and welcome to episode 805 of the Lots Project Morning Show, where the coffee's strong, the opinions are stronger, and everything is always filter-free. I'm Brian, your host, and today I'm enjoying a Silver Bullet blend from foodforestfarms.com, where you can get 10% off with discount code LOTS10, LOTS10, for all those Christmas gifts for those coffee lovers. Order it now. Get it out in time for Christmas with Brian sending it out. Holiday cheer. Santa scrambling, sending your Christmas cheer out to your coffee loving family. Always check out that C4 over at foodforestfarms.com. Today, I'm not sure what we're going to talk about because the browser with all my show prep crashed, and I've been furiously trying to find all the articles that I had lined up for today, but we'll wing it. I got a few things. I got a few things coming up. I pulled up a few things, and anything you guys want to talk about, we will let her rip. Let's see who's hanging out in the coffee crew over in the live chat. We'll get things started and see where it goes. So, good morning. How we doing, John Palmer? Good morning and good day to you, sir. Good morning and good day, Canadian Farmstead. Good morning, and Mike's Homestead. Also, good morning to you, Canadian Farmstead. Says YouTube gave me 3 notifications today. I must be making up for all the notifications it didn't give you along the way, I guess. Rewilder Life, good morning, and Reed's Rabbitry over on Noster. I like that. I like that Hunter is continuing to roll on Noster, even though I flipped the switch back on Twitch. Whoa, wait a second. I flipped the switch back on Twitch, and here he is on Noster. So interesting. Don't rely on me staying with Noster. I got something I'm looking at that might take that away again. But I appreciate you being over on Noster, man. That is where I want to end up. Talked about it a bunch before, but I like the feel. I like how I feel after I use Noster. It's like a drug or something. No, but I go on there. I read the posts. I interact with the folks, and it probably is because I took the time to curate my feed and really decide what content I want to be reading, and then it just shows it to me. There's no algorithm showing me bullshit to get me irritated or to trap me on the platform. I scroll through, I see new posts from the folks that I want to see posts from. They're doing stuff, they're creating, they're helping people, they're inspiring people. They're just decent human beings, and some of them are pretty weird and have a fucked up sense of humor like me. And then I get to the point where I've seen all the messages, and it's time. It's time to drop it off, and I feel like almost inspired when I read the feeds over there. So, and plus there's tons of more interaction than any place on social media that I post, even though I have a fraction of the followers. I don't know. It seems like a win-win-win-win-win to me. So I'm going to continue to use it because I feel like it makes me better. So that's good. Canadian Farmstead says you don't need a logger to get irritated. Me in general, or people in general. I'm doing very good, I think, at getting less irritated. I'm focusing on it. And just me. Last night, Corey and I went out on a little bit of an impromptu date. She's making a new blanket soon. When do you think? By like tomorrow? Yeah. So you guys know Corey crochets if you've listened at all. She enjoys making blankets. She made me a huge blanket back when we were first together. She's made just piles of hand crocheted blankets. Some end up being blankets for the dogs. She uses some. She made me this wonderful scrap scrap roll leftover blanket. It's about the size for your lap, and I forgot to put it on this morning. That's why I'm grabbing it. A little chilly or in the trailer this morning. I got shorts on still, so my legs were getting a little chilly. But anyway, she was finishing up the blanket that she had her yarn for, and she's like, "Gotta go to Walmart. Gotta get yarn." I'm like, what? It's like, we gotta go. I'm gonna be out of yarn. I wanna keep going with it. Well, I figured out that she has this other motive. So when her blanket gets big enough, she puts it on her lap and it actually keeps her warm while she's doing it. It's like a two-in-one. It's a project, so it's something for her to work on. Plus it keeps her lap warm. So I think that she sees winter coming. It's something like maybe like carb loading. She's just starting to get in the rhythm and the habit of crocheting every night in her downtime every night. She just grabs her blanket, and so I think she's hoping before it gets really cold in the camper that she's got enough to go over her lap, or maybe it's a secondary blanket. But anyway, she's like, I'm gonna be done with this yarn. I gotta go get new yarn. Let's go to Walmart. I gotta go to Lowe's. I want to get some stuff at Lowe's. And I'm like, I did 6 interviews yesterday, guys. 6, maybe 7. I don't remember. It was a lot. And I was like, I'm game. I'm game to go as long as you drive. I can go and walk around. I got a few things that I could pick up at Walmart. I got a few things I want to look at Lowe's. Let's do it. So we took off. We went to Savannah, the big town of Savannah, where we go to get groceries and all that. And we were leaving around dinner time, and I was like, well, what are we gonna eat? Are we gonna eat before we go? And it gets dark so early. It feels like, after work. She gets done at 4 o'clock now. After work, by the time we walk the dogs, it's getting dark, and it feels like it's midnight. So I'm like, man, I don't know if we make dinner before we go and then take off. It's like a half an hour to get there. It's gonna be really late. And I don't like driving in the dark, and she picked on me because I'm in my 40s and already like, I don't like to drive at night. You better stay home. It's getting dark. Anyway, I was like, let's eat there. And there was a restaurant down in Savannah that we were thinking about trying out. Unfortunately, it was Tuesday, and we didn't know what the hell was open. I've talked extensively about how there's nothing fucking open here to eat other than on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But lo and behold, the restaurant we wanted to check out was open Tuesday through Saturday, closed on Monday and Sunday, and a barbecue place. So we are like, yeah, we'll check it out. Go down there. It had good reviews on YouTube on Google. I had seen decent things about it in the local Facebook groups, and so we headed down. And man, it was good. It was good. Nice little just open. You sit down. It's they serve you, or you can order at a counter and take out. It has a drive-through. You can order bulk barbecue, just like meat. I got something called piggy fries. Corey said it. I think we watched too much Master Chef or Hell's Kitchen and shit for a while. Because I get these fries. So this is super healthy, guys. So my diet's kind of in the wind at the moment. But basically it was those wedge fries. Some people call them steak fry, wedge potato. I don't know. A thicker French fry, a layer of that in the bottom of a basket, and then bacon bits and cheese, and then pulled pork on the top. And they served it with a bunch of different shit on the side. I think Corey got I think it comes with barbecue sauce and ranch. I am not a ranch person by any, like, get it away from me. I don't want it anywhere near my food, let alone on it. So I went with barbecue sauce. I had a couple different flavors barbecue sauce. It was really good. The pulled pork was good. The fries were seasoned well. The cheese. But immediately I'm like looking at it. I'm like, I would have probably used a little less French fries on the bottom, and then I would have probably put the pulled pork on the next layer. Sprinkled the cheese and then mixed the bacon bits on top of the cheese and melted it all together. That's the layering I would have done. It would have come out way better. It's fucking food. It all went to the same spot and it tasted fantastic. I don't know why I thought all of a sudden I was this high end barbecue chef or some shit, but it was good. I had that, and then I was craving a little dessert, and they had some desserts on special. Um, they had something called Elvis pie. I was like, I could tell what the rest of it was like German chocolate cake. It was good morning, Pip. Thanks for stopping in. It was like German chocolate cake. They had pecan pie or pecan pie, whatever you want to, however you want to roll with it. They had a bunch of different stuff. Then they had Elvis pie, and I'm like, peanut butter and bananas, or what? What do we got going on with Elvis pie? Um, So I got a piece of Elvis pie. It was like a little piece of pie in a to go container. I ate it while I was there. But Elvis pie was like a peanut butter mousse pie with a little thicker mousse chocolate mousse topping on it. It was okay. It was okay. It was I couldn't tell if they made it there that day or if they bought it like Sara Lee and cut it up and put it in the container. So there's that. I mean, that's a win. That's a win. It was good. I give the restaurant a definitely a thumbs up. I will go back there. I would say. How about you, Corey? You want to go back to that place? Corey'd go back there, so that means we would go back there. That's why I had to check. Like, I don't go out to eat by myself. I actually asked her. I said, "Well, what if I start stopping at this place for a little snacky snack on my way to do laundry on Fridays? I'll swing in and grab some to go barbecue and then have it while I'm having doing laundry." She didn't seem to like that idea too much. She thought that was a little excessive and indulgent. So I'll be going back if Corey wants to go back with me. But anyway, we were driving around, and I don't remember how it came up. What two words Corey would use to describe me? And I said calm and relaxed. Calm and relaxed. So back to that getting irritated. I'm picturing myself. She didn't quite agree. She pretty much said laughed a little bit and then said those are probably two of the last words she would come up with if she was describing her husband. But I guess you need to visualize it and live it to get there, right? So calm and relaxed. That's me, calm and relaxed. Um, like I said, I lost all my show prep. Thanks, thanks, computer. Thanks, computer. But a few things I remembered that I pulled up that didn't go away with my laundry list of stuff was our new the president elect here and his all his announcements yesterday. There was one in particular that really caught my attention. I posted a picture of the announcement in the group, and just like me when I read it, Canadian Farmstead asked if it was a joke. Um, Guys, it's gonna be a fucking circus. Buckle up, buckle up. If you thought that rolling up to this shit got a little goofy, if you thought that the spiraling out of control after with people gnashing their teeth and talking they're never going to speak to their family again because they voted for the wrong side and blah blah blah, if you think that got a little silly, Wait till this fucking clown gets into office. And I say that with all the respect of both sides, or none of the respect for both sides. I'm not calling Donald Trump a clown because I supported Kamala. I just think he's a fucking clown. And it's a circus. This kind of, I don't know if they're trying to be cute or funny or what, but breaking news. Trump says Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy will. Is that how you say his name? Ramaswamy? Ramaswamy. Ramaswamy. Ramaswamy will lead a new Department of Government Efficiency. Now, that doesn't sound horrible. I mean, Elon obviously knows how to run a company. Vivek knows how to run a company. For a long time, I've said it. I've heard plenty of other people say it. I agree with. The government needs to be run like a business. With the amounts of money that flow through the government, why wouldn't you think that it should be handled like a business? So putting these guys in charge of the Department of Government Efficiency, if we stopped right there, I'd be like, oh, okay. I think that I am freezing up. I don't know why. I don't have any weak signal. That is one thing I picked up at Walmart was a Cat 5 cable, and I'm going to try connecting my new computer to the Starlink router, hardwire it, to see if it's maybe my Wi-Fi connection, my little shitty Wi-Fi card that's in this computer. So I don't know. But anyway, if we stopped at the new Department of Government Efficiency, that would be great. But the fact that they put parentheses and put DOGE. Hunter says D.O.G.E.LOLOLOL. Mike's Homestead says so much for Elon and efficiency. I think it might be on me. It might be on the shittiness of my ability to capture the Wi-Fi coming from the router. I don't know necessarily. I can't pin it on Elon yet. Elon makes my life actually happen. So I got a little respect for the guy for what he did. I mean, yes and no, both sides. And some of his shit's kind of weird. But anyway. They didn't abbreviate the initials like with dots. They just threw it up there. DOGE. And if I gotta go 4 fucking years hearing about fucking Dogecoin and Elon and I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can hear people and having people tell me I need to get on the Doge train with the Trump train and all the bullshit. But Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, statement from Donald President, they've already moved him into the presidency. He's not president-elect anymore. I am pleased to announce that the great Elon Musk, if this turns out to be a fucking fake, I applaud them. This was fantastic. But the places I saw it shared, Rewilder Life says they all look antid saviors. I think your autocorrect or something went wacky. So now we have Trump, Musk, Salatin, and Massey. Yeah. Didn't Trump load his cabinet with and all these positions with a bunch of people that were supposed to be the saviors last time. And as soon as they got into positions of where they could do something, that none of them could work together and nothing happened, they all got fired. Isn't that how? Isn't that how it happened last time? I don't know. It was what, 8 years ago. It was a long time ago. But anyway, I'm pleased to announce that the great Elon Musk, working in conjunction with American patriot Vivek Ramaswamy, will lead the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Together, these two wonderful Americans will pave the way for my administration to dismantle government bureaucracy, slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies, essential to the Save America movement. This will send shockwaves through the system and anyone involved in government waste, which is a lot of people, stated Mr. Musk. Good. I'll be excited when it happens. Pip says, wait, I've seen this one before. Yeah, I think we have. Like, I think Drain the Swamp. This is Drain the Swamp 2.0. We talked about it around the election, and Drain the Swamp 2.0. Canadian Farmstead says, is he really pimping his shitcoin in his announcement? I think he is. Like, I really, one, two, just at rough glance, in all caps and quotes, I see it twice in the announcement and once in the headline. Rewilder Live says, yep, reserving my excitement. I just can't get excited about anything government. Reed Draptree says, here's to hoping. I mean, like, for sure, I've talked about along the way, as Reed Draptree says he's trolling. I don't know. Those motherfuckers think that Doge is a thing at this point when it took off. I think. I don't know. Does anybody still own Doge? Like, I literally had a half a thought to, as soon as I saw this announcement, to just throw $100 at it. Is it still super low? I actually, with this Rewilder Life says hopium. Yeah, I do love Jack's term hopium. That was solid. Reed Draptree held his Doge. Where is it at? Is it like fractions of a penny? As this bull run is coming with Bitcoin, I know she's red right now, but it's down a whole 0.5% from yesterday. We're at 87,522. Canadian Farm says that I never bought any because it's uncapped. Yeah, I never did. I never got in on it, but I did. I did start. I opened CoinStats by accident the other day when they changed the fucking Bitcoin logo to put Donald Trump's cartoon face on it. CoinStats. If you guys don't have CoinStats, like their widget on your phone for tracking crypto prices, they do some fun stuff. When Elon, they changed it to the fucking Doge dog one time. The other day they put Trump's face on the Bitcoin coin on their CoinStats thing. So I was like going to look at that, and I clicked on it accidentally. Well, I've at one point got out of shit coins. Canadian Farmstead says it's the perfect government coin. You can print trillions. Exactly. It's the electronic version of fiat. Got away from shit coins, but I held on to one because it was in a browser wallet. I don't know if you guys how long you've been around TSP and listened to the crypto parts of TSP. We'll roll way back to Pirate Coin, to R. It's not R, but another along that lines about that same time was something called DVPN, Sentinel. It's a VPN service. I actually have their VPN. I picked up some Sentinel, and then they had staking, and so it just sat in my browser extension, accumulating. Well, I opened CoinStats by accident, and Sentinel was up like 39%, and I was like, maybe I should look at the fucking what the price of this is, because it's one of those fractions of a cent, like 0.000, like you're counting the zeros to see if you've accumulated anything, and your amount of coins is in the a lot, and you're just hoping for it to go to a penny. And you're like, holy shit. This is like the penny stocks of the olden days. But I'm like, I don't have money into this. It's long since been like whatever. But with the new computer, I went to check to see my balance, and I was like, oh shit. I never even downloaded the fucking wallet again. When I got my new computer, I didn't download the wallet extension. I didn't download like I can't even. I have all the information in my records, but I have to go and figure out where it is and how much I have, because if this bull run goes anything like the last one, and it drags all these shit coins that survived the bear run, who the fuck knows? Who knows what that does? And I was like, huh. You ever find abandoned wallets? You ever find dust sitting around where it's actually accumulated and been worth something? Because that would be fantastic. Mike's Homestead says maybe they're hinting to it becoming the CBDC coin. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Rather Life says she only has 2 coins. Bitcoin and ETH, I'm guessing. And says I've been listening since the Jetta days. Yeah, I wasn't quite that early. 2011, 2012, maybe 2013. I don't know. Long time ago. But anyway, back to the Department of Government Efficiency. It will become potentially the Manhattan Project of our time. Is that because he's building bombs? Is that because he's going to be dropping bombs on the government? Canadian Farm says perfect time under Trump to get the digital ID and CBDCs through. You guys know about the EBDB? What was it? The EBDB B&D? B&B? The EBDB B&B? Anybody know anything about the EBDB? Pip says I got to find a way into a few exchanges that were banned from U.S. citizens' use. Probably a grand or 3 in wallets I can't access. Pip, there's 3 letters I want to talk to you about. V, P, and N. It's not advice at all. I would start there in your figuring. EGB. EBGB. The EBDB is from a TV show. You might not have ever seen it. It's called The League. It was about a fantasy football league, a bunch of guys. Reed's Rabbitry says Netflix is doing the fight. I don't have Netflix. I don't have Netflix, so that rules me out. Who has Netflix? Who wants to stream it to the Telegram group? Any volunteers? Anybody got Netflix? Is Netflix still a thing? The League was a comedy about a fantasy football league. It was quality. I think it was on FX. Probably 10 years ago, 8 years ago, a while ago. It was pretty funny, but it's got John Palmer will be working on Friday night at like 9:00. Reed's Rabbitry says he does, and he might do it. Anyway, The League was on FX. Comedy, pretty funny. I liked it. I kept watching it as long as I could find it for free. But there was a character on there that was pretty funny. Well, they're all kind of funny in their own way, but this guy named Taco created what he called the Eskimo Brother database. Now, Eskimo Brothers, you can imagine what that is. If you can't, let's just say it would be two guys that have visited the same igloo. If igloos were warm and fun to visit. But that made you Eskimo Brothers. And so he was creating a Eskimo Brother database of all the Eskimo Brother network. And then he wanted to create something called the Eskimo Brother Bed and Breakfast for only members of the Eskimo Brother database. There you go, the EBDB B&B. John Palmer, Monday through Friday, leave the house before 9 a.m. and get home around 10 p.m. 12s, 13s. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Anyway, Donald Trump is rolling out the Manhattan Project with Musk and Vivek, which is kind of spooky seeing that Musk works with rocket ships. With Oppenheimer in the recent past, is the Manhattan Project really the analogy we want to make here? Republican politicians have dreamed about the objectives of Doge for a very long time. No, they fucking haven't. They've said they've dreamed about it. If they have dreamed about it, they would have done it. To drive this kind of drastic change, the Department of Government Efficiency will provide advice and guidance from outside the government and will partner with the White House and Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform and create an entrepreneurial approach to government never seen before. I was contemplating holding my breath, but I don't want to die. I look forward to Elon and Vivek making changes to the federal bureaucracy with an eye on efficiency and, at the same time, making life better for all Americans. Importantly, we will drive out the massive waste and fraud which exists throughout our annual $6.5 trillion of government spending. They will work together to liberate our economy and make the U.S. government accountable. We, the people. Their work will conclude no later than July 4th, 2026. Halfway. Is that halfway? Yeah, year and a half in. A smaller government with more efficiency, less bureaucracy will be perfect gift to America on the 200 on the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. I saw that I saw in another post that Elon thinks he can cut 2 billion or 2 trillion. Immediately cut $2 trillion out of the government annual budget. A third. I mean, I could probably do that. let me see the budget, guys. I just start with a red pen. What does this produce? What does this produce? What does this produce? Oh, nothing? Fucking cut it. Cut it. But anyway, I don't know. Is it real? Is it a Reed's Raptree says, how much if we brought all of our troops back and stopped handing out money to everyone else? But then they'd all attack us. We have to fight. Hunter, you don't understand. We have to fight them there so we don't fight them here. We have to. We can't let the mass slaughter of people happen. What if we stop fucking bringing people here and letting them live for free for infinite amounts of time? Rewilder Life says pass the red crayon. I would just need a little pint of red paint and whoopsie, it's all gone. Let's start again. Pip says no, but the Pakistan's pro-trans movement budget. Right? Reed says, or maybe somebody wants to fight them here. The battle for New York, the battle for California, and the battle in Chicago. Let them fight. I hope they knock the whole fucking everything to the ground. Oh, well, it should be interesting. It definitely should be interesting. What do you guys think? Do you think there's a drop in hell, a cold icicle in hell, that chance that that they'll cut any government? What do you think the net will be on July 4th, 2026? What do you think the net will be? Will we have increased government spending, or will we have decreased government spending, or are we going to take the money bet at even odds and neither up nor down? We'll stay the same, because I feel that staying the same would actually be a cut. I don't know. Pip says the anti-gun state's going into a fight. I've seen rumblings. I've seen actually a couple people mention, and I've seen posts myself of the wacky left. Actually, I wouldn't call them the wacky left. The left that is still talking to their family after they voted for Trump, asking tips and how do I buy a gun? How do I prep for hard times? How to like all the stuff. Other Life says they will cut it, someone will stop it, and the arguing will continue. That's that they didn't cut it then, and that's always the rub. Now they're touting that they won it all. They have I don't even know, guys. So they won the presidency, obviously. Control of the House and Senate. Do they have majority control in both to where they can just pass whatever they want? Because I feel like we've had this before. And that was what we were always waiting for. That was always the excuse. Well, we don't have all the houses. We don't have the House and the Senate and the presidency. We can't get anything through. And then when it happened, they were just like, meh, and nothing happened. I don't think there's any excuses. Rue Wilder Life wants to live, so she's not holding her breath. I'm sure my life will be better the instant that he's installed, and that's all I give a fuck about, really. Oh wait, it'll be the same as it is today. You know what's going on today? My episode with Edon's Pfizer release on Director Detour. Does anybody know who Edon's Pfizer is? I had heard it. I knew of Edon's companies or his company and his franchise. I didn't know who Edon was until I talked to him. You guys ever heard of 911 Restoration? They go in and they do like post disaster cleanup. Flooding, fire. They started off as a carpet cleaning company. Now he's got franchises all over the country and he's growing like crazy. What a fantastic guy. Heard his story, grew up on a small farm in Israel and ended up here with a Volvo and no money, and now has a huge company that franchises out and is only doing good for the world going better. So I would suggest you check out Director Detour. The interview this would be number 5 with Edon's Pfizer. He was a good chat, and I really enjoyed it. And like I said, I did 6 or 7 interviews yesterday. Guys, I got some good episodes coming up. I'm recorded. My last interview I recorded yesterday will be released December 30th. So 3 days a week. 3 days a week between now and the end of the year. I'm all set. They just need to be edited and pre-published. So Rue Wilder Life says, I'll still be a felon for buying raw milk or non-inspected meat in places. Yeah, that's the thing. So with Massey going in and Salatin and a push towards that, will they be able to loosen those nooses? Will they be able to take pressure off raw milk, locally processed meat, locally raised meat, custom exempt, like get away from the custom exempt butcher and go caveat emptor and like, how about you just go check out your fucking butcher and have a relationship with him and make sure his shit is up and going and not worry about the USDA. Pip says maybe reintroduce the Prime Act. I'm sure he will. Rewilder Life, should they states' rights? Well, that's the thing. It should be the state's responsibility, but the USDA comes in and says that they have jurisdiction because it could move over state lines. So the USDA is actually dictating the regulations in the states, from what I understand. I know Kyle, the backwoods butcher, who now that he's being, super TikTok star, he can't come and hang out with us in the morning. So please go give him a bunch of shit that he forgot the little people in his life now that he's a huge TikTok star. But he's also been testifying in at the New Hampshire State Senate or House, I'm not sure which it was, about custom exempt, about the USDA, and the USDA was testifying there too. So I'm pretty sure that everything rolls down from the USDA. So if they were able to alleviate that pressure and states could actually make their own decisions, I think it could get better. Or how about we just let people fucking figure it out? Mark Baker does have huge cojones. uh, Mike Homestead says state versus federal, not sure. Right. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Mike's Homestead. Corey and I were talking yesterday. What is the how is the farm to consumer market in Tennessee in general? Are we I came to the conclusion at the end of the conversation that I hadn't really sought it out much here because we don't have freezer. We don't have like storage space. But how is that direct relationship to the farmer? We're here, we're pretty rural here, low population. So I don't necessarily expect it to be thriving here. But even in the area we lived in Minnesota, when we moved to the farm, we had a couple of producers within 10 miles of us that had, you could buy whole, quarter, half animals. You could also, they also had basically like mini storefronts where you could purchase cuts. Is that a thing in Tennessee? Now I know he used a USDA processor, but they had just they focused on grass fed, they focused on organic, they focused on regenerative ag. Um, is that a thing here in West Central Tennessee? I have to dig in as soon as we have a freezer. That's the route, and I would love to find local sources to provide food and like meat, veg, and whatnot for Dolingo and Scully if we start having events there. So, um, Rewilder Life says Mark says if you don't enter into a contract with the government, they have no say. I think that's perfectly logical. So they have done nothing to him. Perfect. I hope it continues that way. I really do. He's doing what, like farm shares and things like that. Mike Homestead says the ones I know use the USDA, which is fine. I don't have, um, I don't necessarily have a problem with the facilities if the facilities are run ethically. Um, I just need to source the farmers and source the farmers with a focus on animal health, regenerative ag, no CAFOs, no shitty feed. That's what I'm looking for. Take the Ride says, I know a guy doing grass fed beef in Pulaski, Tennessee. Where's Pulaski? Never heard of it. I haven't heard a lot about anything around here, but Rewildler Life says private clubs. Well, and that's what I was kind of thinking. So with the increase and influx of out of state transplants coming to Tennessee, um, if it hasn't been established, is there a need for a marketplace, a private club, even a directory of some sort? Mark has raw milk, meat, eggs, and has no oversight. Sells CSA butchers on the farm. Do your thing until they tell you not to. Perfect. I'll have to. I'm having to think on that. So it's this weird catch a bit southeast of me. Okay. It can't be that far southeast of me if it's still in Tennessee. Um, Says he has animals to not tagged, meaning he's got no license and no loans or grants. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the loan and grants. He said I should have Nisi on. I really respect Nisi and what she's got going on and everything she does. It's just I can't talk with her very long. Um, I it's just I don't click with her basically. I've talked with her in person several times. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I know who Nisi is. Nisi Bali. She's she's a great lady. A wealth of information and but man, be ready to talk about her agenda from my experience. Your results may vary. Your results may vary, but I've had a few conversations with her. Rewilder Life says, "Yeah, I get it. I spent time with her last summer. Yeah, I mean, she's like no disrespect to her, and she's doing a great job, and she anybody that's working to get away from the government bullshit, I'm all in favor of. We just don't click. That's all. That's all. Check her out, needy Bali, needy Bali, um, food church. I can't remember her website, but yeah, it's along the lines of the sovereign citizen stuff. Get needy on FR. I'm not sure what FR is. How did they do? Weren't they over in North Carolina? Where are they in relation to if anybody stays in touch or stays in touch or knows where she's located? Was she anywhere near any of the flooding that happened? I know she's over in North Carolina, or I thought she was. I don't know. I don't know. But regardless, I'm looking into that. It's been kind of I, I I don't necessarily it's not on my focus because I if I find farmers around here, I can't be like, well, I can be like, hey, you got anything available? I can't buy it for now. But at some point I'm gonna have to start finding. And I'm trying to decide if I'm finding for myself or if there is there a need to source more than that. Yeah, I don't know. Rewilder said I should call her and ask if she how she is. I think she's in a bigger town. Yeah, I just I don't follow her stuff. I don't follow a lot of stuff anymore. For real. Oh, you're doing you're, you're doing you're doing that shorthand stuff for Rizzy. Oh no. But yeah, I'm gonna be looking for sources here soon and I'm trying to decide if that's a solo project just for Corey and I and Delinquent Scully, or if that there's a need for it in the area. Because I don't see it advertised. I don't see people in any of the Facebook groups going, anybody know where I can find some grass fed beef or pasture raised pork or organic veg or anything like that. I might be in the wrong groups and or it just might not be the area for that. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll do that moving forward. Um, what else do I have here? Oh, so I was popping through real quick when I had my little freak out this morning, and I opened up the computer, and all my show prep was gone. I quick hit my some of my news feeds, and this one popped up, and I clicked on it just because. Um, Life says, let's say Mark is like a fire hose like Neezy. Fire hose is a great analogy. And I didn't want to talk, I don't mean to talk bad about her, and I hope I wasn't talking bad about her. It was just a little intense for me, and it wasn't, the questions she was answering were not the questions I was asking. The information that I knew she had that I wanted was not what she was ready to talk to me about. I'm the same way. I get it for sure. Fire hose. And once you start her down a path, it was just all right. Like absorb it. It was all great information, but maybe start a co-op. Yeah, I don't know. It really depends on local interests. I have some other local contacts. I might start putting feelers out, and I'm just wondering what geographical area is feasible here. What's a reasonable amount of square miles to target, and what's going to be the results in that? Because in Minnesota, like I said, in 10 miles, like literally within 3 miles, I had one of the best grass-fed, pasture-raised beef and pork and lamb, turkey, chicken producers that like honored in the state for their farming techniques. So that was a pretty convenient thing. Rewilder Life says, yeah, okay. I mean, Rewilder Life says, I get it. It's their passion, their ministry. It's like she's like that with food and health, especially with her restrictions and things. I guess it is a compliment to them that they're that passionate and that knowledgeable about it. That's how it happens when you talk to them. Yeah, sure. Anyway, picked up this news story, big headline and stuff that I'm interested in just because. Which part of the U.S. will it snow on Thanksgiving? Holiday forecast for November 28th. I'm like, oh, sweet. I can roll down and see who's going to be miserable. And I'm going to be sitting here just kind of chuckling because I hate the fucking snow. I was excited. I was like, oh, there's going to be big blizzards or something. Thanksgiving Day is approaching. For years, Thanksgiving Day was celebrated on different days. It wasn't until 1863 that President Abraham Lincoln proclaimed the last Thursday of November as National Thanksgiving Day. All right, we haven't talked about the weather yet. However, it took 78 years for Congress to finally decree this day as legal holiday and institute it on the fourth Thursday of November. Taking this into account, this 2024 Thanksgiving Day will